Hello everyone and welcome back to Train Sim World 5 and our first look at the UK map that comes with Train Sim World 5, which is the West Coast Mainline from Milton Keynes to London Euston. And it also comes with this train here, the class 350, if I'm not mistaken. What was the class of this train? Let me check if we have it here. Class 350-1. There's also the other class trains, which we'll talk about in a minute. But before we do that, let's just get this train ready to go. Forward. There we go, perfect. Put the lights on. Open the doors. Put the headlights on. Daylight. Still technically night. And also a cool little thing I found out just there is that you can actually get your torch. So you have a torch. Yeah, L. If you click L, you get a torch. Cool little new feature with Train Sim World 5. So here we are at Milton Keynes, which is along the West Coast Mainline, and this is an express service. I think we're running from Coventry. Obviously we're picking up from here, and we have some time. And basically we're going now direct to London Euston. I just chose this because otherwise there's an extra 20 minutes of game time, and there's lots of other stuff on this map, so you can check it out that way. This lift, oh, it does work, it's just the buttons aren't very well simulated. Voila.
Doors open. Lift going down.
There we go, Milton Keynes typical tiling, and let's get back to our train because we do need to leave fairly soon, and also we need to start it up. Let's take a quick look inside. This is, fairly standard stuff, nothing out of the extraordinary. And this is our train. Let's close this door. There we go, and close this door. Cool. And now that we've done that, is there anything else I've forgotten to do? I haven't actually done the tutorial for this train because I just assumed it'd be similar to the other class trains that are kind of within the UK maps. So let's hope there's no issue here running this. Yep, cool. That was very easy to start off, luckily. So as you can see now, this class, what was this class train? Class 350-1, that's what I was going to say. Actually was. And away we go. Let's take a look at, now actually let's just make sure we don't end up going over speed. Let's take a look at the interior, and then we'll start talking about the DLC and kind of giving my thoughts. So I bought this there. Is it the Festival of Rail, or the Rail Festival, or the Colours of Rail, something along those lines, some name like that. And basically part of that, you can get this for €18 along with the other two maps that come with Train Sim World 5. Obviously trying to get people to buy it now that the starter pack is no longer available, but also because the starter pack basically doesn't give you anything new. So we should have chosen when it's a bit bright. I thought 7 o'clock would be bright, but this February. So basically, the reviews for this are mostly negative, so people aren't very happy with this DLC, and I think probably the reason is this is your typical fashion Dovetail games, although a lot of the scene is actually made by Rivet Games, was outsourced to them. But basically what's happened is that they have reused a lot of the scenery from the London Underground, so basically once we get to, I think it was Queen's Park or Willesden, something like that, a lot of that scenery is just reused from Train Sim World 2 the London Underground, so it's a lot of the same stuff. So and this has always been the case. Like Train Sim World 4, the UK map we got again was mostly already the DLC that existed, the South Eastern High Speed Rail. So that was just like they added a bit of extra to it, but otherwise it was something that already existed. Train Sim World 3, I can't remember what the UK map was, but like at least the last two times they've given us UK maps with a lot of reused stuff. It's a bit lazy, to be honest. Obviously, because especially considering that like the UK maps are the ones that have been the greatest interest. Like you think they do that with the US maps, that I think they're generally least popular because like German and UK maps tends to have a bit more popularity. So why they've done this twice with the UK maps, I don't know. Obviously just being lazy, but it is annoying because obviously at the end of the day these are the main kind of stuff. So yeah, now we're kind of in the fields. As you can see, we're still outside of London. You'll see we're in London soon when we get outside of these fields. So yeah, the speed limit's changed. But yeah, so basically we're seeing with the scenery, but like at the moment the scene is just kind of like fairly standard stuff, but as it's dark it kind of feels like we're just driving in nothingness. Oh, what's this? Oh, so this is a siding. I think so. A siding, I think, is where a train can like just park on the side. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I really should have chosen daytime. Okay. What is? Yeah. Okay, that's obviously a bug. So there's no scenery loading in. Do I need to stop here? Oh shoot! I have to stop here. I thought this was an express. Oh god. Oh, for flip's sake. Um, I didn't realize I have to stop here. I thought this was an express service. Ah, flip. Okay, grand. We can skip on to the next station. Yeah, grand. Yeah. Sorry, because like when I read the description, it just said this express service from. When I read this in our description, this express service from Milton Keynes. So I just assumed. Like I just took that as meaning non-stop between Milton Keynes and Euston, which is obviously not the case. So we do have to stop at some stops. And I'm just going to check my settings here because I did change them. I put everything on ultra because my PC should be able for it. Settings, advanced settings. Yeah, okay, grand. So I mean, look, didn't quite render stuff. Yeah, I don't think people were complaining about was like there was bugs and glitches, as you saw there, with not loading any scenery because I was wondering why is it blank. Well, it was blank because it didn't load it in properly. Cool stuff. And yeah, so at least there's a new train. Because I was going to say, well, although the new train is very similar to the Class 377. It does look a bit different in the interior there. But if you press the emergency brake, you actually meant to stop the train and then let the brakes resettle before you do it again. But yeah, so I think this has to be among the most lowest rated DLCs and maps out there for the game. There are a few others I can't remember what, but yes, so we'll see. I'm not expecting much. And to be honest, like I was kind of half in the mind, like, look, this is eventually going to go on sale for like €5. We can get the tree for €5, but that's maybe actually that's in September, which is only 6 months away. Because obviously then Trains and World 6 will come out, and who knows what reused scenery from the UK they're going to use for another London map. That's mostly just reused per scenery. Let's have something like the H Express, kind of the west side, Slough, all that. Or like the Stances Express, anything to the airport would be nice. I was just putting the Luton dirt. But yeah, so far obviously we're kind of in the rural suburbs, so there isn't much scenery per se. It's only getting into London that you really get into the real deal. This is a West Coast Mainline service, or is it? What kind of what branding is this? I haven't actually seen this one before. This is a West Coast Mainline service to London Euston, calling at Leighton Buzzard and London Euston, unless there's somewhere else I don't know about. Actually, can we check it? I don't know. You can see a lot of shaking on the track, but let's take a look inside. Empty service, and we're going into the sunrise. Well, no, we're going down south, so the sunrise is to the left. Yeah, see, sometimes when I'm playing this game, I don't actually pay attention to the most obvious stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I'm stopping soon. Oh. Yeah, so the speed limits will guide us to like braking, kind of how much braking we have to do. Like we're still running very early because obviously we skipped the stop. It'd be nice if there was a fast forward time function in this game. I guess is intended for avid simmers, even though it's kind of a game to game. So probably do need to start braking here. You generally want to be at about 40 miles at 0.4 miles out. opposite yards. Yeah, see, the imperial system doesn't make any sense to me. I'm used to the metric system, very nice and logical. Imperial system, I'm sorry guys, not logical whatsoever. So yeah, I always do get confused with when it goes to yards. Because I presume 400 yards is like 0.4 miles? No. Or is it? Who knows? Anyway. This time we didn't miss a stop. Like, we've done fairly decent in the London Overground, because I know usually, you might know that I don't really be too fussed with this stuff. Obviously at the end I kind of, the last 2 stops or 3 stops, and I kind of missed, also lost track a bit where the stations are. PBC. So PBC is like power something. If I was to have it, I guess. This is Leighton Buzzard. This is a main coastline service to London Euston. Take a look now at the signage there. There's signage telling us where this goes to. There's like 16 stops on this, I think, in the actual DLC. So, as we go, you can also be, oh, whoops, I'm very disorientated today. That was not the way we wanted to go. We also have time anyway, so let's open this. This train is still London Euston. Let's take a look at this signage here. So, there's London Euston. Oh, zoom. No. And so we have Milton Keynes. Okay, this is where we are here. There are a few more stops if we assume we're stopping at those. So yeah. But let's see if on the signs it says something different. Fiat Punto. Oh, the not an A3T, it's a Toyota something. So Euston on time, there's another Euston. Calling at, let's see. Euston, so yeah, the next station is Euston. Oh. Yeah, Euston, this is an ALNWR, so it's a something northwestern or region, I don't know. So yeah, the next stop is London Euston, so it's non-stop from here. And luckily it's getting bright now, so we'll see the scenery. Mate, there's no sun at the moment. Let's just take a quick tour of the train while I have the time. You can't go into the bathroom, I guess. The virtual driver doesn't have basic human physiological needs, and then obviously it's just a repetition here. Cool. No. Usually yes is on the left and no is on the right, so that was a bit confusing. Welcome aboard this service to London Euston. Calling at London Euston. Yeah, so one of the things is with this, so you can actually drive the overground, you can also drive the underground, you can drive the freight trains, and you can drive the Class 377. So you'll be seeing videos of me doing a few of those routes just to kind of showcase them. It's a shame you can't open these. Like, once there's that much extra modelling they have to do, but... So yeah, basically, this is the entire line, and then as you can see here, it's this dark green section, so the second bottom line, so the second top line. Along this we have, see, I don't have my glasses, so I can't actually see at the moment very well what they say, absolutely. So yeah, see from Willesden, that's all just view scenery. Obviously Watford Junction is kind of where London starts, that's kind of like the very northern point of London. Coolio. There we go. Oh, look at that, there's a door that way. I would have thought. Well, I thought it's a very clumsy train. And see, I don't actually like this middle thing here, because it makes your visibility a lot reduced, like much more reduced. You know, like, is this really nice to say? Oh, well, that's a lot of doors. Okie dokie. You can also see conductor. If gonna check tickets. I'm not really sure what's the excitement about that. But there you go. Max speed 110 miles per hour, which is roughly equivalent to 168 kilometers per hour, something like that. This is a, I don't know what kind of service it is, train to London Euston, calling at London Euston, where this train will terminate. Cool, let's close the doors. Ready to go. Doors are closed. And we'll pull off. Bang on. Okay, 3 seconds delay. Don't think we need the lights anymore. It's getting bright now. And let's see if this DLC really is as bad as its name. 35 miles to London Euston. 19 minutes. Just gotta watch the signals. So this, all of this scenery here, I imagine, is new. But obviously, like when you get to the rural areas, it's like mainly just houses and something like of note. Like it's kind of the landmarks that kind of make you feel like you're in like a specific part of the map. Obviously, there's the AI trains. Like okay, now I'm in London here, but even sure still. I do need to put a full throttle. I'm pretty sure Euston is a new part because obviously the London Underground doesn't go to, or the Bakerloo line doesn't go to Euston. A lot of yellow signals. Let's hope we don't get caught out. And also I found out apparently the London Overground map doesn't actually have a depot because the depots, there's 2 depots and they're not on that section of the line, so obviously there's a bit of dead rolling going on in real life. There's also another London Overground map in development. Look forward to. I mean, so far it's kind of like a standard UK map, like a standard UK scenery, you know. I wouldn't say there's anything particularly standoutish at the moment, but yeah, the reviews for this were really bad. Like, when I say really bad, like, you scroll down, it's all negative, it takes a while to find even 1 thumbs up, and it's basically just like, yeah, what you expect, the usual scenery, which depends what the expectations are of the game in the first place. I would like to think the train is empty because they've gone on strike. The passengers didn't boycott like they've done in Croatia and the West Balkans, where they're protesting against the price hikes of supermarkets. Because obviously trains in the UK are extortion, sometimes flights are cheaper. So yeah, maybe that's what's happened. Oh, that was a bit scary. And it's quite slow at accelerating now. Oh yeah, so obviously we're going on a track that skips it's the bypass track, so the platforms are presumably to the left of the station, so there's no shield. I mean, so far there's not much to say in the scene. I mean, like, look, this train, like, this is the thing, obviously, like, at this point Train Sim World 5 has become a very much like rinse and repeat kind of like financial leech, where they just like try to extract the most consumer surplus from people. So unfortunately, like especially with the UK maps, a lot of like rinse and repeat. Like, this isn't necessarily a very new train. Like, obviously the new trains are trying to make us pay with DLC separately, get more money. This is like essentially like there's not that much difference between this and whatever class 370. It's obviously not that much, too much fiddling around with like changing the modelling. Same with the maps, like. So, and this is, I guess this is why they had the Train Sim World 5 starter packs, because they know no one's gonna buy them. Like, look, they like at some point people buy this at discount, like I did, you know. So they can still get something. So on that, it kind of works out the same. So yeah, I assume that's going to be the same with Train Sim World 6. This is how you kind of get like the less hardcore fans. You give them the 6 so they can still play the game and feel like they're up to date with the new stuff, and then they can buy the bundles when they go on sale. Because like the sales, like Train Sim World 4, like all those 3 maps that came with it now are like 90% discount, which is obviously insane money. Because like the assumption is everyone has them, so like and doesn't have them. Like, there's very few, so like, so might as well just sell them at nothing. I presume they also have some sort of models there. They look at like, what's the demand, like which ones are bought the most. Anything that's bought a lot, like obviously gets a lower discount. It's all about supply and demand, the basic law of economics. But yeah, so far there's nothing in this map that's like stand out. It's just very it's fairly like meh. But we shall see. Nice viaduct there. Viaducts are always nice. This is an electric train. Ah, so maybe that's the difference. So like, between that's interesting. I never lifted up the pantograph though. I thought it was diesel. Because like, obviously all of the railway network was developed back in like during the Empire times. Because even in Ireland at one point, when it was under British rule, they had like the biggest rail network in the world, and unfortunately all of it got disappeared. But yeah, they were big into the railways back in the day. But like electrification that really happened, because obviously that was before the electrification. Because like if you go to like say a lot of like former Soviet blocks, everything's electrified there. Most of the lines are electrified because like, there was big about electricity. So yeah, 27 miles to go. But it's just to see there what part of the what part of the line you can drive right in the overground. I presume it's like Williston Junction, that kind of area. We're in line with the 4 lines, obviously renamed whatever. So they might have to update at some point. But they're making another London Overground map. So I wonder if that's just based off like before they renamed them there, like back in 2024. Obviously no one does a great like that on a train. Be fighting people. I think now anything like Watford and kind of like London is boundary. Yep, more houses, more reused assets. Lakes, I always like lakes. Just spice things up. I'll try to see what station this is, but let's see. Let's see. Oh, we're a bit over the speed limit there. Oh, we have all green signal, so I'm just gonna overspeed it and like hope we kind of get finish a bit early. There we go. You see? Why bother slowing down? Because then it takes ages to speed back up. Like, how you sense? Because I want to see when the speed limit goes up. It's expected it takes a bit of time for it to actually be reached, so they know you'll be overspeeding. Or they know anyway. Everything we truck these days, although this train is obviously a bit of an older rolling stock. It's not as digitised as fancy new trains. Nice blue skies there with clouds. So when it's too sunny and the Unreal Engine 5 looks a bit flat like. Yeah, like look, to be honest, I don't know, like, I can't say this DLC is very like exciting. Like, it all just feels like I'm driving through fields. Which probably to some extent is true, but because you think like now, especially when they have these starter packs, you think either the assumption is one, they expect to get less revenue, so they don't put as much effort into the DLCs because they expect less people to buy them. Or two, you expect them maybe they would actually put more effort because now you're trying to entice people to get these DLCs. I guess London always sells. Like they always know like people want like London's a big thing. And obviously Germany is just like a massive rail network, so there's always new stuff you can add. The other than fixed trains, but you have to get the fixed train as a separate DLC, like €10 for the fixed train. No thanks. Fixed trains are cool. Because they're quite cheap, but Flix trains now also coming to Switzerland apparently. There's just an issue there with the, well, it's not really an issue, but basically there's a disagreement because Flix train wants to use different working arrangements. Then what the Swiss government saying is that if you have Swiss working arrangements, it also means you have to pay more. So it's hard to give like lower fares. Which I like. So Flix train, I've used it in Germany. I'm probably going to be using it there again in Germany in March. It's quite good. It's very cheap. It's significantly cheaper than like the other trains. It'd be nice if they had Flix train in the UK. I think there's some proper competition and stop this extortion. Oh, never mind. When I said it was 90 minutes, it was like 29 minutes. Whoops. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on those signals because there's a red signal not too far ahead, and obviously we're quite fast at the moment. So that's just, yeah, perfect. It keeps moving. Grand. I think these blue things are stations, yeah. This city looks identical to the London commuter along the Gatwick line. Pretty much the same. It literally feels like I'm on that part of the line right now. Yeah, they obviously choose lines they know this. They don't have to do too much scenery wise. Okay, finally we're entering London. Bit of a variety. Oh, there's an overground there. That's neat. I think that must be Watford. I'm pretty sure London Overground goes to Watford, if I'm not mistaken, which it could be. And we have reached the top speed of this train. Obviously the gradient's helping us a bit with the speed. And ironically enough, the speed limit is the top speed of the train. It's almost as if they built trains with the speed limit in mind. Okay, so yeah, you can also drive the London Overground in this, so a bit of that coming soon. Yeah, so that's why I was like, let's drive the express one, because like if I'm gonna drive the London Overground in this, then obviously I will have to do some of these things again. So this is just like the first main overview. And then of course there's the London Underground, which I don't even know if I remember how to drive in this, the Rolling Stock 1972, which is meant to be replaced very soon. Another London Overground station. As you can see, one's on a segregated track. So in that we'll get a nicer glimpse of the map, so I might not do that no commentary, because there isn't much more to say, to be honest. But yeah, of course, the way these are made is like, oh, look at this, if you get this DLC, you can get a bit more out of the map. If you get this DLC, you get a bit more out of the map. So obviously it's all like marketing, like deliberately choose this kind of thing. It's like, okay, this will entice you to the London Overground, because then you can drive some more scenarios and timetables, spice it up. Because like there's like a DLC there, some sort of UK DLC. It's like, you don't need these, but if you have them, it will improve your experience of AI trains. Blah blah blah. It's like, you know, it's all about how much money they can extract from you. Lots of construction sites. This and the overground. There's the underground. This siding. So now we're in Queen's Park. So now this is all reused scenery from the Bakerloo line, essentially. So yeah, to be honest with this part, you probably won't be driving the underground, because pretty much the Bakerloo line, which already exists in the game. It's a race. Train versus underground versus the train. While others race to catch up, we race ahead. Oh, we probably should. Grand, the signals are playing ball. Looks like we might be a few minutes early. I think this is Queen's Park, so obviously now there's going to be a unique section, I think, because the underground goes underground here, whereas this is going to continue overground, so this will be the unique section. So they've used like part of it, obviously, from the Bakerloo line. So this is probably going to be like the butter of it, the bread and butter, because this is where you're going to expect the most unique scene and be like, okay, are we in London or are we not? So yeah, let's see, this is the moment we've been waiting for. 6.5 miles of another unique section of London. Unless, I don't think Euston is in Trains 105 in another map. Yeah, so that cargo train you can also drive in this map as well, which you might showcase. Cargo trains aren't as interesting to drive. I say as I drive express trains, to drive this essentially as if it's a cargo train. So BBC is like neutral. This is an overground depot? Huh. Yes, if they combine this with the overground gospel line, you can have your depot runs. Oh. Look at that. Oh! Yep, there's a glitch. People just spawn there randomly. Yes, so it's very glitchy this, even though it's been out quite a while. So yeah, this is it. This is central London on the north side. There are some sort of two towers that I don't recognise. So yeah, now in central London. So this is kind of the make or break the deal breaker, as they say. Imagine living in apartments this close to the train, like, you'll be getting a lot of noise pollution. I guess they're going a bit slower here. I don't think they're going to put King's Cross Station in this at some point, because also it's like one of the most well-known ones. The Harry Potter train. Because they have a Thomas the Tank Engine DLC coming up for some reason. And there's London Euston, yeah. So, like, to be honest, it's an alright DLC. It's nothing something revolutionary. You know, it's. I mean, I can see why it's like got the negative reviews. Like, there isn't that much here that's like stand out. It's just okay. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Like, I could feel apart from this point in Euston, like there isn't anything really that kind of stood out as much as it just feels and kind of like it all kind of felt very familiar. Like I'd seen it before, scenery-wise, because probably had, you know, Queen's Park, where you've seen me from or whatever. So there you go. So folks, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think of this DLC. I don't know. See, my expectations were low, so I'm kind of like, I'm not blown away. I'm not like, wow, this is amazing, but I'm like, meh. That's pretty much it. Meh. Yeah, see, it's more like the trains that make you feel like I'm London more so than the scenery. But yeah, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time. Well, actually, let's wait for this to finish off and see how we made a mess of this mission. So yeah, bye for now.